What's happening, you guys? Welcome to another video. I'm Prakar. I'm a software developer living in Chicago. And welcome to the first video of my fat loss series. Now, I started cutting like yesterday, February the 1st. So I just wanted to make a quick video, kind of like an introduction video on cutting and getting ripped and shredded series that I want to do. I was gonna do some other videos, but since I kind of just started cutting and I thought a lot of people might be interested in knowing how to lose fat quickly and pretty much by making a few healthier choices in your day here and there, you know, by also knowing a few things that you might not know at the moment, but just knowing more, as you might have noticed, actually causes behavioral changes in you, which you could benefit from, you know, and actually see some change, see some good change in yourself and feel better about yourself. So I'm gonna take you through the whole process of how to set up a diet. And let's not even call it a diet. It's not a diet. I feel like sometimes when people say diet, it they start thinking, oh, I'm trying to cut out all the foods, and I'm gonna die from doing this diet and I'll never be able to stick to it. But the way I do it is pretty much by finding the best foods that are really healthy, but at the same time are my favorite. So I enjoy them more, eating them more, right? So it's really easy to eat something that you already like and is healthy at the same time too. So I'm gonna be doing pretty much taking you guys through how I figure out my calories at which I should be eating, and also at the same time I'm gonna show you guys my starting point of my weight for this time around. So I started bulking about 5 months ago, and I have gained about I'm gonna say 15 to 16 pounds compared to my most ripped that I was last year. But I want to be more shredded, more ripped this year round. So my goal fat percentage pretty much this time is gonna be about 8%, something like that, you know. Last year I got down to 10% body fat, which was pretty good. But again, I want to progress this time around and actually show you guys how it feels to go through this cut psychologically and physically, because it's a coherent game. Your mind and your body has to be at the same pace with these things, right? So before we hop further into this video, I actually want to discuss a really important concept with you guys, Iifym, which translates into if it fits your macros. If you guys didn't know what macros are basically the building blocks of any food that you eat. Every food or any food that you eat is probably gonna be composed of your fats, your carbohydrates, and your protein. These are like the essential macronutrients that kind of like build up any food. And this is what you're gonna be finding in every food pretty much that you eat. Now, we're not gonna be diving a lot whole into like micronutrients, but considering macronutrients and like if it fits your macros, it's basically a version of calories in versus calories out. So your body pretty much needs a certain amount of calories, which could be different for everyone, you know. It could be different for me, it could be different for you, depending on like your height, your weight, and a lot of like other biological factors. It dictates how much calories or how much energy your body needs to just even function throughout the day. I'm not even talking about like you working out or anything like that, you running or anything like that. Even to just keep your mind functioning, even to keep your body functioning, to keep your heart beating, your respiratory functions and everything. All of this requires calories. So what happens basically is, even if you don't do anything, for me, I think I figured out my calorie burn rate is pretty much around like 16 to 1700 calories. If I just had to like lay in bed, sleep, get up and like do my like normal life things, and not even like talking about like working out or anything like that, right? All right, now that you guys know a little bit more about Iifym, concept of like calories in versus calories out, and what like the basal metabolic like calorie need is, now we can actually like jump into the process of like how I figure out my caloric intake. And guys, this is like really easy. It's like there is like so many like online calculators and like tools out there where you can like just pretty much like put in your body weight, height, and your age to kind of like get back a very basic and approximate value of your like basal metabolic like calorie that your body like needs to like pretty much like just function like in general. All right guys, to like calculate my own basal metabolic rate, like calorie need for every day, I'm just gonna hop on my iPad and literally just like find an online tool to do it for me. So I'm gonna hit the record button here on my iPad so that you guys can also see what I'm actually doing and how simple it is to like figure this part out. So I'm literally gonna hop on Google and just like search BMR calculator, and Google is like giving me plenty options, all pretty much like fitness related like websites have these BMR calculators online available for you to use. So just pick and choose. I usually use the one like that is on MyFitnessPal. This is the application that I use on my phone to track my calories on a regular basis. This app is owned by Under Armour, so I trust them. I trust them a lot. Now, as you guys can see, they're asking for my current weight. So I am at about 155 pounds. Now you can also choose this in kilograms, right? Depending on like how you want to do your numbers. My height is about 5 feet 9 inches. My age is 26. And my gender is male. So I'm gonna like now hit calculate and see what happens. So it gave me a number at about 1600 calories. Now 1600 calories, now again, bringing it back to, this is just the amount of calories that my body needs just to like function in general. Like all my like mind processes, walking, working, and I'm not talking about anything fitness related yet. So like about 1700 calories is like what my body needs. Now I train about 2 to 3 hours, 4 days a week, and on top of that, I'm doing a lot of like martial arts training right now, and also I walk quite a bit. So my daily expenditure is gonna be 400 or 500 calories above my basal metabolic rate. So I see my basal calorie needs at about 2100 calories, keeping into account how much I train as well. Now the amount of like calories that you spend in training could be different for you guys. If you just do yoga, you might just be spending 150 calories or 200 calories a day. If you just do a lot of cardio, you might be again spending about 300 calories a day, you know? So everyone has like their own different like calorie consumption when it comes to like training. So depending on that, you wanna like add that number to your basal metabolic calorie like rate. So for me, I'm gonna like keep my basal line of like calorie intake at about 2100 calories, right? Keeping into account how active I am. So let's say I started like cutting yesterday. Now, if I eat above 2100 calories, I'm gonna gain weight. I'm gonna gain fat, I'm gonna gain muscle, depending on like how much I train. And if I eat below 2100 calories, for me, I'm gonna lose fat and lose a little bit of muscle. again, like bringing it back to like depending on how I train. But the goal here is to like maximize fat loss while preventing the amount of muscle that you have. Because again, I work very hard on it, you work very hard on it, so you want to keep that muscle while losing the fat, right? So that is the whole goal. But this was just a quick and easy way to like show you guys how you can calculate your own basal metabolic rate and get at least an approximate number for you. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna like reduce my calorie intake by about like 300 calories. So I'm gonna like eat 300 calories below my 2100 calorie limit. So I'm gonna be eating 1800 calories, give or take. And this number can be anywhere from like 1700 calories to like about 1900 calories a day. This is like not a rigid number. It's just a marker pretty much to like give me an estimate as to like how should I set my daily meal plan pretty much, you know? And I usually eat 2 meals a day, and I'm gonna be splitting up basically these calories into like 2 meals. So like I'm gonna be eating a lunch for about like 900 calories, and I'm gonna be like eating a dinner of like about like 900 calories from here on, you know? And I don't really snack at all when I'm like doing a cutting phase. I will cheat like maybe once a week where I'll like eat a lot more carbs, a little bit more fat, but that would just be to like kind of like boost my metabolic rate up, you know? Like once you're like cutting for a while, your body thinks like it doesn't need to like spend as much like energy anymore, and it starts to like conserve like calories, thinking that it's like you're getting like less food, but your goal is to actually lose fat. So sometimes when you get like into those plateaus where your body is not like actually using your body fat to like run you pretty much, that's when like the cheat meals help. You use the cheat meals to like basically get out of a plateau and not as an excuse to like just eat more. But I keep my cheat meals at around like once like a week. So like one meal every week I'll like eat really heavy and a lot of carbs pretty much, just to like kind of like give my mind a break and also like my body a break and just like have a little bit more satisfying food. Alright guys, so that was about it for like my plan around my cutting phase and how to like lose fat fast without like giving yourself a headache, you know, about like these diet things. But I do use intermittent fasting as a tool as well. I will try to cover the more advanced topic like intermittent fasting and things like that and like later like in future videos. So what you can like really expect in the next videos is again like things like intermittent fasting, things around like how to have a better mindset and go through these like challenges and like struggles around being comfortable with like eating less food and still being able to like function, train at the gym and work at your job with like all the energy that you have, right? So I'm gonna be like covering those things as well. And I'm on top of that, I'm also gonna be like doing some home workouts and also like a lot of like fat burning like workouts at the gym. So it will be a good combination of like pick and choose from like what you can do with the time that you have. Like if you are like running short, do a quick home workout. If you're like if you have the time at the gym, do a proper workout at the gym, you know? So I kind of want to like cover all of those topics too, all of the things that I actually use in my regular life to like stay fit and healthy and like be able to like not only look good and like be physically strong, but also like have a great amount of like great deal of like energy to be a productive software developer, which is like actually my full-time job right now, right? So I hope you guys like enjoyed this video and learned something and might be able to like use it in your own life to start like your own cutting phase maybe and like lose fat. So if you like gained any value from this video, please go ahead and give this video a like. I would really appreciate that. Also share it with a friend if they are trying to like get in a good shape for the summer, and also like subscribe to the channel guys. That would mean a whole lot to me because I'm just like starting to like do more videos on here, and I would really appreciate your support so that I can deliver more to you guys, you know, and add more value in your life. So please go ahead, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe. And until next video guys, I'm just gonna wrap this one right here. Have a good night, take care, and yep, until next time.